myself the Runequest starter set the other day. And you might be asking yourself, Steve, you play so much D&D and Pathfinder 2nd Edition, why would you get the Runequest starter set, which is just another fantasy game? Well, because when I was a kid, I had an opportunity to play Runequest. Everyone was playing D&D and AD&D, and one of my mates bought Runequest because he wanted to be different. And we tried it out, and it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. This is a D100 system, a basic role-playing system that Chaosium uses for a number of their games, including Call of Cthulhu. So this is the box starter set, and it was only $44 at the game shop, so I said, oh, well, I'll buy that. And so I did. It's a world of fantastic myth and heroic adventure in a box. So Runequest, all the adventures of Runequest are set in the world of Glorantha. And it has a lot to do with runes, and that's about all I know about it, because I really can't remember much of that game that I played back in the I think it was 84, long time ago. So, but this box, which is once again one of their cool, super thin boxes, not as thin as the Cthulhu starter set, but I imagine there's a lot more in there. So it's got rules, it's got a book on the world of Glorantha, which is cool. It's got a solo quest book, similar sort of setup to the Call of Cthulhu starter set. It's got a book of 3 adventures. 3 adventures in a starter set. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, it's got ready-made adventurers. 14 of them. 14. That's a lot. Blank adventure sheets. Oh, 2. Okay. I don't know if that number's right or not. We'll see. Handouts. Collection of references. You can see the pictures here. There's a fair bit there, but I'm going to open it up in a minute anyway. Maps. 3 maps. Blah, blah, blah. Role-playing dice. So you get some dice. Hopefully the dice will be all right too. All right, gotta try and open this thing here. All right, this is a well-made box. There you go. That's the box cover there. All right, what do we got in here? Dice. Oh, they're fancy yellow dice in a fancy boxy thing. I assume they're to match the Runequest logo, like the yellow logo. Yeah, not too bad. All right, a nice looking dice. Yeah, cool. All right, fantastic. That's pretty good. What's this? What's in the box? We've already sort of covered that, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, book 1, the rules. Very colourful. It's a fairly long book. It's very thin paper, but I guess that's because there's so much in this thing. Okay, Runequest, rules of play, blah, blah, blah. Okay, size, strength, con, size, dex, intelligence, power, and charisma. Yeah, it's just like Call of Cthulhu. So basically, yeah, everything's going to be based around percentages to hit. It's got hit locations on it. Interesting. I do remember that from the old game. I'm pretty sure they did have that back then. Something they didn't have in D&D, which is another thing that made it so interesting. Weapon types. Okay, you've got hit points. Got different move based on the character type. Okay, and obviously a lot less hit points than in D&D, so there's more chance you can die. And I assume with the hit locations, there's probably critical hits and stuff as well. But let's go on and have a look. Building experience checks. Remember that when your adventurer successfully uses a skill, rune, or passion, they may improve it later as practice makes perfect. Abilities with a small box next to the name can potentially improve your experience. Yep, same as Call of Cthulhu. Okay, so you basically roll... When you're rolling characteristics, characteristic roll, usually these equal the value of the characteristic times 5. This can be increased or decreased for different circumstances, from simple, which you multiply by 10, to almost impossible, when you just use the basic number by itself. As always, though, a result of 1 to 5 always succeeds, and 96 to 100 fails. Okay, no worries. I like the art style. Very nice. Very nice, very clean, very colourful. Ability results table, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Oh, yes, there are fumbles and there are criticals, depending on the type of ability and the success or failure roll that you make. Okay, that's a lot of different levels to remember. I'm showing they probably think you're going to get a screen or something. Critical success task performed exceptionally well gains extra benefits. Critical success is a result of 1 out of 20 or less of the modified chance for success. Roll of 01 is always critical success. Benefit of any critical success depends on the ability being used. Weapons ignore armor. Climbers gain extra distance. Skills are performed more quickly or to higher quality. In an opposed, resolution of critical success is always better than a normal or special success. Make an experience check for the ability. Special success, a result that is better than usual but not a critical success. Okay. Then we've got success, then we've got fail, and then we've got a fumble. Spectacularly bad attempt is a fumble. Chance for a fumble, okay, blah, blah, blah. We know what fumbles are. Opposed resolution, yeah. One against the other, that's fine. Resistance table. Sometimes an action depends on one raw characteristic overcoming an obstacle. Use a resistance roll to resolve these situations. Resistance rolls are not used for skill, rune, or passion rolls. Resistance rolls are used when pitting one characteristic against another, such as strength against the size of an object to be lifted, or the power of a spellcaster against the power of their target to see if the spell affects the target. Okay, fair enough. That seems pretty straightforward. Augmenting abilities. Skills, runes, or passions may be combined to augment one another using one ability in support of another. Here you go, our cousin Cthulhu. If you played Call of Cthulhu, this is your first reaction to Runequest, you might notice some similarities. Okay. Basic D100 mechanic is the same. Runequest characteristics are usually based on either 3d6 or 2d6 plus 6 instead of being percentage values. Call of Cthulhu divides skills by half and fifth to determine difficult rolls and special results, while in Runequest, special results and critical hits are at 1/5 and 1/20. Runequest does not use luck points, advantage, disadvantage dice, or allow pushing of dice rolls, which is some of the things I really like about Call of Cthulhu. It would have been good if they had incorporated them into Runequest. Runequest uses the resistance table or opposed rolls to determine outcomes when two forces are acting against one another, while Call of Cthulhu uses only opposed rolls. So there you go, there's the main differences. You can reattempt rolls accordingly. Yep, potentially try again, but they get a minus 20% penalty. Okay, time and movement, blah, 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 all the usual sorts of things. We know we've played enough fantasy games and TTRPGs to know what's going on there. All right, and what else have we got? These are skills, lots of different types of skills, agility skills, communication skills. We've got knowledge skills, magic skills, language and law skills, manipulation skills, perception skills, stealth skills, and weapon skills. Okay, skill time, telling you how long roughly it takes to do things. The game master, so they can have an idea about how long. Passions, oh, this is interesting. Strong emotions whether devotion, loyalty, love, hatred, or honor elevate mere adventurers into the stuff of legend. Passions are rated just like skills or runes with a percentage value indicating how strong the passion is. Devotion, personal and emotional dedication to a specific deity. Fear, hate, honor, loyalty, love. These are all passions. Okay, other passions are possible, perhaps distrust or respect. For example, any adventurer can automatically declare a new passion during play with a starting value of 60% or higher depending on the circumstances. Using passions. Passion define an adventurer's beliefs, inspire them, and can be used to augment abilities. Nice. Inspiration. Inspired by passion to augment a skill with the Game Master's approval. Okay, yeah, nice. Gaining a passion, yeah, all right. Runes. Now this is what it's all about. Runes are intrinsic to Glorantha. Cosmic powers that define the world and are manifested by the gods. Known from earliest prehistory, runes suffuse everything in and about the world. They are Glorantha's building blocks, symbols, archetypes, embodiments, and actual matter and energy of the middle world, which I assume is, whatever the world's called the middle world of Glorantha. Okay. Types of runes is elements, powers, and forms. Non-type conditions are also significant but fall outside the scope of the adventures described within this set. Okay, fair enough. Okay, power rune. Okay, so these are the runes here. And this is a summary of them all. All right, and what they affect. Using runes. Everyone and almost every living thing uses runes to some degree in daily life, swearing by them, tattooing them on their bodies. People look to runes for guidance, use them in blessings, describe them in artwork, build them into architecture. Oh, wow, no wonder it's called Runequest. Okay. Game Masters should describe non-player characters by the runes they feature, using them to guide their behaviour. Rune magic. Each rune spell is associated with one or more runes. The chance of casting a occult rune spell is equal to the caster's rating in that rune. All right. Runic inspiration. Runes may be used as inspiration to augment skills or increase the chance of success of a resistance roll. Okay. Lots of stuff on runes. All right. Yeah, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Runes and personality. Runes are universal archetypes, manifest in the cosmos and in the psyche. As a result, they influence feelings and tendencies. An adventurer strongly affiliated with rune acts in accordance with that rune. Casual use of runes may sometimes lack a strong idea as to what their adventurer would do in a new situation. At these times, the player can roll a D100 and consult a chosen rune to determine their adventurer's behaviour. Okay. So if you're ever stuck as to what your player's going to do, you can grab the rune and make a roll against it and see if that makes a difference. It gives you an idea of where to go, what to do. All right, combat. You've got melee rounds, strike ranks. Okay, based on size and dexterity, weapon length, magic points being spent. Looks like it's a bit complex, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Strike rank modifiers. So preparing a new spell or weapon, preparing a weapon. So the strike rank is basically your initiative order. Magical attacks as strike rank, missile weapons, rate of fire. Strike rank limits per melee round. Okay. Understanding strike ranks. It is a bit complicated, but that's okay. I'm not going to spend too much time reading through all this sort of stuff, but it does look a bit tricky. But that's okay. I'm sure I'll work it out. Here we go. Attack and parry results. Lots of tables. Lots of tables. Fumbles. Fail attack, fumble attack, normal attack versus, special attack versus, critical attack versus. Dodge results. Okay. Lots of tables. Disengaging from melee, range, damage, dodging. Okay. Combat terms. Armor points. So armor and some magic spells can reduce damage. Armor absorbs an amount of damage equal to the armor points present. Yeah, that's fair enough. Damage done, damage points, strike rank modifier. Individual modifiers based on an adventurer's deck size and weapon length are total to determine the strike. Yeah, we all looked at that. Result of damage. Okay. Damage equals or exceeds double hit points. The character is incapacitated, in shock, falls prone, and can no longer fight until healed. They may need to heal themselves. And it talks about the various parts of your body and how being hit there or losing hit points in those locations, those hit locations, affects you. All right. Severed and maimed limbs. Everyone loves a severed limb. It's always cool. Oh, okay. To get the use of the limb back, the adventurer must receive magic capable of regrowing limbs, which is fair enough. Okay, and your armor goes on different parts of your body too to protect you. So if you buy armor, you have to buy it for different parts of your body. That's fair enough. That's good. Death. At the end of a melee round, anyone still with 0 hit points is dead. Well, there you go. That's pretty straightforward. Healing. Hit points can be restored by magic, first aid, or by natural healing. First aid is a skill to stop bleeding, restore lost hit points, revive unconscious characters, etc. And then there's natural healing as well. Okay, adventurer sheet overview. I'm assuming these are based on the pre-generated ones that are in this set. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Nice and easy. Example of combat. Not going to go through all that. Magic. Here we go. Spell. Casting a spell. Spells are handled like other abilities with a D100 roll to determine success or failure. Roll equal to or below the spell's chance of success means that it is successfully cast. Rolling over means that it is not. You can boost spells. You can add magic points to boost a spell regardless of type. Typically done to overcome a counter magic or shield spell or other magic defenses. Resistance roll. Many spells pit the caster's power against the target's power in a resistance roll. Yeah, okay. Increasing casting chances. Spell matrices. Spirit magic. The most common and basic magic found in Glorantha. Communication with spirits that reside in the natural energy currents of the world and is practiced in one form. So this is, a lot of this is very different from D&D, which is good. Because if you're going to play another fantasy game, away from the standard, you're sort of like, you want something to be novel and original and different about that game. Something that's going to drive you to want to play it. And this, with rune magic and everything else, is really novel. And the hit locations is awesome too. Here we go, rune spells, absorption. You've got the analyze magic, arouse passion, access unknown. Berserker. What's Berserker do? Okay, target goes berserk, forgetting all but the need to kill their enemies. Cannot be cast on someone under the fanaticism spell, but the spells will not combine. Berserker's following effects: increases the target's attack skill rating with hand weapons by half again, increases con by half again, increasing hit points. Bestows 2 points of counter magic. Protection from incapacitation, shock, unconsciousness, or exhaustion while the spell is in effect. All con rolls succeed against cast. Berserk cannot cast magic, dodge, parry. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Okay, lots of spells. Regrow limb. There you go. Just in case you get chopped off. Regrow is a severed or mangled limb. You notice these have all got runes associated with them, so we'd have to go back to that rune table and check out what they all mean. Once again, there's that lovely line art. Excellent. Sure shot. Sword trance. Teleportation. Translate. True sword. Turn undead. Turn undead's a spell. Okay. I guess they don't have clerics in this game. It's everyone's pretty well a cleric because everyone's worshipping gods. Every man is dog. Okay. Divine intervention. And any adventurer that is a member of a cult at the initiate level, because everyone's apparently a member of a cult, or above, may call upon their god and request divine intervention, calling to their god to aid them in some way related to their divine nature. These are incredible feats of divine might and are not to be taken lightly. Gods rarely act beyond their spheres of influence, their runes. I see. Gods rarely intervene against their own followers. And in the mundane world, gods are as bound to time as are mortals, and they cannot influence its passage directly. Okay. Nice. All right, spirit world skills. The fetch, traveling in the spirit world. Spirit combat. Bound spirits. Okay, spirit world plays a big part in this. Sorcery. Okay, this is a different one. Sorcery is practiced in the Lancor Mai cult and within the Lunar Empire. More complex than spirit magic or rune magic. It also draws power from runes. Sorcery is intellectual, relying on manipulation of runes through techniques to achieve desired results. Okay. Nice. What was aimed blows, chases, darkness, disarm, disease. A lot to read. If I'm going to run a one-shot of this, I've got to read the whole freaking book and learn all these bloody rules. It's just only because there's a wide variance in the way these rules work based on other common TTRPGs. So I'll probably need to read a lot. There's a nice little map on the back there. I assume that's related to adventures. The World of Glorantha. This is the next book. That's going to be pretty meaty. It is. Once again, it's about 60-something pages long. It's got lovely art in it. Elemental runes, power runes. Talks all about the runes. Talks about magic, gods and cults. Nice. Elder races. Unique aspects of Glorantha. Heroes and hero questing. Kinship. Community. So adventurers often serve their community. Nice. Ideals and motivations. Rune affinities and passions. Advancement. Passage of time. Time can pass quickly. In Runequest, the assumption is that one season passes each time the adventurers have an adventure. Wow, that's actually good because it takes into account the passage of time when you're doing downtime. Sometimes in other games, downtime passes a little bit too quickly, I think. So it's good that they've sort of put it like a limit on that. So the expectation is you go out, you adventure, you come back home, you do stuff, and you spend an entire season doing it. A bit like Middle-earth role-playing game where there's an expectation that you're at home for a long time. You're only adventuring at certain times. Deadly combat, Gloranthan money, the sex and marriage, and the cup of life. Blah, 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 blah. All right, Dragon Pass, mountainous region. So lots of stuff on. Oh, nice map. I like that. I like it. Looks very modern, yet very old-timey at the same time. Cool. All right, myth and history. Empire of the Worms, Friends. The city of Johnstown. So Johnstown is where the adventures take place. So this is going to be your base. Okay, nice. It's always a lot of detail. Like this is a game that has a lot of detail in it. A lot of detail. That is a wonderful map of Johnstown. That's awesome. I like that. That is a semi-isometric type map. Excellent. Fantastic. City politics, characters. Here's a stat block. Yeah, it's a fair bit there. That's all right. All percentages of various skills and stuff like that. Various spells. The thing is, in this game, if everybody can cast spells, every single person can cast spells, that is going to be interesting. So I guess you really need to know your spells in this one. You can't just sort of fob it along like you might in some games and just wait till someone casts a spell and then look it up. You sort of need to know all of the spells because every character, every NPC is going to be able to cast. So you've got to be prepared, well prepared. So just be aware there is a level of complexity in this game and a fairly steep learning curve for new GMs. I assume it's called a GM. I don't know what they call it in this game. The Rune Master, perhaps. Something like that. Upper city, I should say. Okay. Scholar's Corner. Nice. Yeah, I like the art. That's really good. There's a lot of detail. There we go. Typical militia. Look, even the militia casts spells. Everyone does. Everyone's got something to do. Everyone casts a spell. City guards, merchants. All common rune spells plus lock and passage. Yeah. Yeah. Spells. So if you like magic in your games, like high magic games, this is a game for you too. All right. This is Solo Quest, which apparently teaches you the game's rules as you play it, which is very similar to the starter set for D&D. Call of Cthulhu, which has a starter solo adventure in it. Basana, daughter of Farnan. Battle of Dangerford. Dangerford Village. Well, I'm not going to spoil that. Yes, I like it. This is very, very different from D&D, and I'm very interested. These are the adventures. Book 4. Book 4 has 3 adventures in it. There is a rough landing, a fire in the darkness, and the Rainbow Mounds. That's 82 pages or so in this one. So there's a lot in this book as well. Jeez, the art's awesome. That's fantastic. First time here, best suited to a group of 3-6 players. You're the game master. You're the game master. Not the rune master. The game master. Okay. And I read that combat in this game is pretty rough, so even really experienced characters can get taken down. So you've got to sort of, you have to be careful about who you fight and making decisions about fighting and running and that sort of stuff. I guess it's the same in any game, but this possibly more because of the fact that you've got these hit locations and more chance of being taken out by a particular critical hit on a hit location. So, yeah. All right, lots of characters in there. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. We're going to zip through. I like the maps. The maps are awesome. The art's awesome. Lots of writing, much like Call of Cthulhu. So much writing. Anyway, it's all good. The only problem I find with books with heaps of writing is you always got to dig through stuff. So I normally use a highlighter. And some people aren't comfortable or happy using highlighters in their books. I don't mind because I know, I'm the only one who's going to use the book. So whoever gets it after me, too bad. You've got highlighting all through the book. But that's what I do to find stuff in books. But, not everyone's going to like doing that. These are very colourful sheets. Oh, fancy. Look at that. Look, it's a trifold sheet. I really want to give those to my players so they can wreck them. Probably. Look at that. That's nice. Gives you a whole background and everything. Yeah, cool. When I played my last game of Call of Cthulhu, I got all the players made up characters. And, of course, a couple of them died. And then they said, for the next game, we just have pre-generated ones. I said, yeah, sure. No worries. Oh. Games with a high death rate. I guess what it comes down to is you don't really want to be spending a lot of time working on creating characters. But these are cool. I love the art. They're really good. I don't think the blank ones are going to look like this. These are spectacular. Spectacular sheets. Too fancy. Way too fancy. Oh dear, how am I going to live up to that expectation? Okay, so I'm going to go through, because there's so many of them, so I'm just going to go through these. But here we go. Here's a blank one. So this is the blank one. Even the blank ones are fancy. Jeez. They're all got to be folded the same way. So I guess that means you've got to buy them instead of, I guess you could photocopy it and fold it that way. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a nice sheet. It's an interesting sheet. It's a sheet, I haven't seen that type of sheet before with this sort of trifold look to it. I'm sure there are other systems out there that do that, but I haven't seen them before. And I have a lot of games in my library. I've got a crap load of games in my library, and that's the first time I've seen that sort of sheet. So that's pretty fancy. Oh, this is a map of the area, the region. Map of Northern Sartar. I hope you can see all that map. I'm going to move it around. Once again, can't tell what's happening on the video, which is dumb of me, I know, but anyway. Cartography of Johnstown. That's nice. So you can just have a map that your players can, you chuck it on the table and they can have a bit of a spizz at it. That's a really good one. Good quality map too. And it's not overly glossy. So, because overly glossy maps get fingerprints all over them and stuff like that. Not that it matters, but, it's one of those things. Oh, the Rainbow Mounds. Woohoo. So that's in the adventure. I've just spoiled it for all the players now. Play the adventure. Oh, and there's the player map. Oh, so they're going to get that map anyway. So it doesn't matter. So it's not really spoiling it. All right, cool. Okay. Let's chuck this stuff out. Come on. Get out of the box. All right, what's this stuff? So this is starter set references. So you've got ability results table. Oh, nice. Okay, so you've got your own little reference table. So you don't have to go through the book all the time. I like that too. That's really good. Runes, powers, elements and stuff. And a strike rank tracker. Oh, Lord. Okay. So you whack the people into here using tokens or something, I guess. When combat starts, place a token on this spot. There's no tokens in there, so you're going to bring your own. Okay, melee round begins here. All rune spells are cast on this strike rank unless boosted with magic points, in which case they occur on strike rank 1 + 1 per magic point used. Oh, so the more magic points you put into it, the longer it takes for you to cast your spell. That's pretty cool. Missile weapon rate of 5. Strike rank 12. Held actions such as aimed attacks happen at this strike rank. All spirit combat occurs on this strike rank. If an action takes more than 12 strike ranks, subtract 12. It occurs on the remaining strike rank in the next melee round. Okay. You've got overlap. That's pretty good. Nice. That's nice. Yeah, that's good. Different. Like I said, what interests me about this game is the fact that it is so different from games like D&D, which have very conventional roll to hit and damage systems. The advent of the way the spells work and the way the runes are incorporated, and the way that you've got the critical hit locations and stuff like that all over the body. That's really, really good. I like it. I like it a lot. Now I don't know if I can get them. Yes, I can. Thought they weren't going to get back in the box. Here we go. Boom. Whack that back in there. That is really cool. I would love to play that game, but bloody hell, there'd be a lot of stuff I've got to remember. But they've got some nice little reference sheets, so we'll see. I'll give that one a bit of a test run and see how it goes. All right, there you go. Runequest starter set. That's pretty good. I like it.